Hello and welcome to the Hellion Rebellion Rock and Roll Association, brought to you by Holly Geist. I'm going to apologize in advance because I'm going to rant and rave about the current affairs in the nation of the U.S. I've been inspired by another YouTube program to kind of do this, and it's really time to be very clear and very succinct in what we believe. Now, this is a music show, and I'm going to do what English scholars say that our esteemed leader does, and what makes him a genius is called the weave. And I'm going to weave this rant and this rave into the music, so bear with me. My grandmother grew up in Nazi Germany. She wasn't Jewish. She wasn't an immigrant. She was a poor farm girl. They weren't exactly persecuted, but the economy in that country at that time was so shot. And it was shot before World War II. It's big reason as to why Germany became what it became. But once the Nazis took over Germany, all the economy that country did have went straight to the regime, went straight to concentration camps, went straight to the military. Everybody in that nation suffered, including my grandmother. She had to, when they were in town, to sell their hops and their tobacco and whatnot. Anytime the Gestapo, the SS, your basic police asked you a question, you smiled, you nodded your head, you agreed, and you went on your way. English planes during the war would fly over her town, carpet bomb the shit out of them. In fact, when this woman came to America, she still could not stand the English. She saw people being stripped from their homes, children, firstborn sons being stripped from their families and conscripted into the German military, which happened to her second oldest brother. Parents died because they refused to give up their only son. And the SS would shoot the mother or the father just as an example to tell everybody else in town, it's like, hey, we are taking your kids, and they're going to fight for the German military. This is the world this woman grew up in. Once the United States showed up into World War II, she found her chance to escape, because war is hell, even though she loved her country. And she escaped with a Frenchman who was living undercover in Germany, hiding in plain sight after France was occupied by the Nazis. They came to the United States. They turned around, joined the military, and went back to war into Europe, into Japan, whatever. My grandmother might be the most patriotic woman I have ever met. I stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I sing the national anthem, and she always put that into us as that you do this. This is one of the greatest nations in the world. If she were alive today and saw what just happened at the inauguration, this woman is rolling in her grave right now. In fact, one of the last things this woman ever said is that this president has a big mouth like Adolf Hitler. And we used to call that man Old Big Mouth. I have people who have been in Vietnam and fought the communist North Vietnamese been in Korea and fought against the Chinese and the North Koreans. These people are rolling in their graves right now. This is why I have a strong respect for the U.S. military. Our leader overturned the Civil Rights Act of 1964, which, granted, there was affirmative action, or DEI as they call it now, that came along with that act. But there's other things that go along with that. It gives black people the right to vote, the right to own guns, the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, constitutional rights. That got overturned. You cannot tell me half of the American military is going to go along with this fucking clown. Probably, at least a third, if not more than half. These are trying times, people. And everything's getting dismantled. The poor will end up killing the poor. They will divide themselves, much like Germany. And it'll be the fat and the rich at the top who are looking down. It's like, oh, look at these hillbillies killing each other. That's what is happening. Within a week and a half, the U.S. has alienated not only half of its own people, has alienated all of our foreign allies. Canada, Europe, Mexico, South America. Not yet Japan, but I'm sure Japan's coming. And the belief behind this is that, oh, well, Europe is going to fall in line because without American protection, they're going to worry about China and Russia. No, that's not how that is going to get played out. China and Russia, if they see Europe being an enemy of the United States, they're going to have way more interest in the United States than Europe. Because the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Remember that old adage? That's what's going to happen. This clown comes out yesterday. We just had a tragic airplane incident in D.C. An airplane ran into a military helicopter. Everybody's dead. Any sane politician, I don't care what side of the fence you are on, would come out and say something to the extent of, our hearts and our prayers go out to the people who lost family members today in this tragic event. We are working closely with the FAA and the military to find out the details of what happened, and when we get those details, we'll let you know. That is what a sane politician would actually say. Something to that effect. It's a blanket statement, but they would say something like that. No. We get this psychopath who comes out and says diversity made those planes, or that plane, that helicopter crash, and all those people died. Diversity programs. I don't care if you are a tortoise that's been on this earth for 180 years. I don't care if you are Kermit the Frog being controlled by Jim Henson. If you've gone through a flight program, education program, been in the Air Force, if you are currently flying aircraft of any kind, I'm pretty sure you're qualified for that job. That's just the way I think. But this is how he's dividing everybody. So, here comes the weave. I am a huge fan of protest music. I've been a fan of protest music probably ever since I discovered punk rock. Definitely ever since I discovered Bob Dylan. And I listen to all kinds of protest music. And I've got a good one here for you tonight. They come out of Bradford, West Yorkshire, England. And it is a band called New Model Army. New Model Army gets started in the year of our Lord, 1980. And they are still around today. I didn't discover these guys until probably 91, 92, somewhere around there. Musically, these guys could be on the radio. They have a mainstream appeal to how they sound. Lyrically, they're incredibly, they're just very political and just socially aware. That's probably what kind of holds them back from, stardom, rock and roll stardom, I guess. Though in the underground, this is a pretty huge band. It's hard to describe their music. In the beginning, they're kind of known as punks, but really they're kind of doing more of a hard rock mixed with what the UK calls Northern Soul, is kind of what they do. They have a lot of folky country elements to their music. There's times where they kind of go off on the punk rock thing, but they're just kind of they're very eclectic and they're all over the place. And I've never heard one bad song, not one bad album from this group. They're definitely a bucket list band I'd like to see. So let's go ahead and put the protest boot up this world's ass and listen to some New Model Army. Shaky hands.
Full of useless clothes, no winter coat to go.
That's a cool song. Let's check out the second side. Hell yeah. Those guys always had a cool, like, kind of like a Midnight Oil vibe, or vice versa, really. So there you go. New Model Army from Bradford, West Yorkshire, England. One of the great protest groups of since the 1980s. love this band. I will probably go to my grave loving this band. And remember, in the immortal words of Nancy Reagan, just say no. Thank you. And I'll see you next time. Unless I'm down in Guantanamo Bay, which that would be a cool place to make a YouTube video. But I don't think they're going to allow me to bring my records. Peace.